And yeah, I know you're in agreement. All right. I think we're live. Let me go to my. Let's go to my channel and make sure we're live. How you doing, Larry?
Good, good.
And does my mic sound okay?
I could hear you good. Looks like Dave's in here, Janice
It
is in
doesn't
here.
sound like I'm on the right mic. Let me see.
I hear you
Let,
good.
let me check. Am I on the right mic? Am I on the right mic? Settings, audio. It says I am. Oh,
Yeah, Dave's saying it sounds good. There's
it says
Rick
start solo.
Rick's in there.
Good afternoon, everybody, and let's bring in the star of the show. Here he is, the star of the show.
I'm here. I'm here for as long as
Your
MediaCom in Delaware,
your internet lasts.
the monopoly on the Delaware shore of cable, so and internet. So we're looking good. I mean, I don't have much any light behind it, so but it hey,
It
it
looks
is what it
good.
is. Yeah,
And
it
you're on
works.
Wi-Fi, yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, that's it. The only choice you have is Wi-Fi, right?
yeah. That's the only
That's very
choice.
good. So, how is the new place?
It's
Yeah.
great. It is great. There's one issue with me, and that is for some reason I'm getting like daily sinus attacks.
Really?
So I'm on the wagon. I'm glad I'm not an alcoholic because I'd be like, shaking, But I mean, I can have a drink and it's good. Like during the championship games Sunday, I'm enjoying a drink,
So, what's that?
and then and
4 days?
then
4 days, yeah.
but after the second game, oh my god, middle of the second game, my left sinus just blast off, and like Saturday, I played 9 holes of golf. It was like in the 50s. It was real nice compared to what it had been, and
Mm-hmm.
I finished 9 holes, and it's like I could feel it coming on, and I said, all right, I'll quit after nine because I was in between the ninth green and the 10th tee is the parking lot. I said, I'm just going to go home. I thought I was going to have to pull over. Sometimes it gets real bad. Other times I can, between hot compresses and the spray that I have is cayenne pepper and caffeine. It's sinus plumber. If you have sinus issues, this stuff's great.
Sometimes I do. But you think? But what is
But
drinking?
I'm getting them daily. No, drinking just sets it off. Drinking
Oh,
sets it
okay.
off. But I
Okay.
don't. Not drinking, I'm still, and if I quit smoking, I probably wouldn't have half the problems I have. But there's something I don't, like we have a heat pump, and I'm thinking that
Oh,
I'm thinking the vents have never been cleaned here because the heat pump's
the
continually
heat pump
pushing
is
air.
different. Yeah,
It
yeah,
even
yeah.
pushes out cold air. Like when
Hmm.
it's not pushing out heat, it's pushing out cold air. Sometimes
Yeah, I
you put
had
the
it in
air
my
conditioning on.
townhouse in Hampstead. Yeah.
So I think I'm going to need to get the vents blown out. Say, how you
Right.
doing,
Right.
Larry?
Good.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
Who?
Yeah.
Who do we have here? It's Laura's Guitars, Larry. Thanks for
Larry.
joining us, Larry.
Yeah,
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So,
Let me go to the other window just out of curiosity. We
I
got
got mine.
13 watching this early, and I got a text message.
Well, I texted you a little
Can't
while.
send a message. I just tried to send you another message. It says I can't send it to you.
I got the one that
Let me
says you
turn my
said you're
phone.
in a green
Yeah,
room,
let me just turn my phone down.
right?
That was another issue. Oh my God, there's like this wherever we're at. There's no tower real close to us because
Mhm.
the voters vote no tower. You can't build whatever internet cable tower whatever. And we had old phones. We were like 3Gs. What are these Samsung that I have? Androids.
Mhm. Mhm.
3G Android. So we went to T-Mobile, got free phones, 5Gs, and so now I can pretty much when I call you, you hear me. I don't think
Yeah,
it's
my phone. It's me too. I got the new one. It works better, but I just did an Android update. Now I get this thing on there constantly. It says to
constant.
activate my phone. It's
Yeah,
telling me to
I know.
activate it,
I know.
but it's
I know.
activated. I was on
Yeah,
the phone with him for like an hour and a half. Oh, we'll call you back in 2 hours. Never heard from him.
Yeah.
But
Well, we
other
go
than
into
that,
this T-Mobile place, and the girl, I call her Ditzy Dorothy. She just fly. I have no idea what she's doing, but anytime we had a couple issues. Like I couldn't get hooked up to the Bluetooth in the car, so I could talk to the dashboard when I'm driving.
right.
She got in there, came out in the car, did God knows what she did. Not a very good instructor, but she knows what she's doing. So
Just set
anyway,
it up.
so we're doing good. We're about 90% unpacked.
And you're how close are you to the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean there?
About
Pretty
7,
close.
8 miles, 7.5
Wow,
miles.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, I'm in heaven.
Yeah, I was mentioning to you there's an internet in the area supposed to come out your way, and I keep on forgetting what the name of it. It just works off
you
the
said
satellite.
that.
Gussie's in here. He's gonna put. He remembers the name by heart.
Oh,
If Gussie, if you're still in the, I see you in the chat. What is the name of that? It's by, I think it's Elon Musk's.
Oh yeah, you were saying that, Mitch.
Yeah,
Satellite.
do you know what the name of it is offhand, Larry? I can't remember.
I don't know. I remember saying something.
I know Gussie knows what if he remembers. If he remembers.
Right.
But anyway,
Well,
who was in the chat? Who is in the chat?
I was going to run.
Brian Stewart. Hey, Brian. Dave Picks and Paints is in there. Hey, Dave. Gussie. Larry. Laura's Guitar. Hey, you're in the chat. Rick Hefner. Hey, Rick.
Of course, Janice is in there. Janice. Paul Lou. Hey, Paul.
Paul Lou. How you doing? Yeah, there's more watching than are actually in the chat, I guess.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. PJ Kobe. How you doing,
Yeah.
PJ? There's a shredder. There's a real good guitar player too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I was telling Larry and Mitch, I sold my 15-inch cabinets from my old music room to Jesse's Guitars, because he might start up another band, and he can, those things are like overkill for the small room. And this room I have now is smaller than the one I had in Catonsville in Maryland. So I ordered these, I can't even remember the name of the company, these 10-inch cabinets, but I couldn't get them to work. So I'm sending those back, and I have I got to do everything through headphones. And I'm not a headphones kind of guy, except for streaming. But that's the only choice I have. I tried doing a video pre-stream jam with a backing track, my guy Mikey at YT Jam Tracks, but there's all this noise. So my thoughts are that possibly it's the wireless remote that I was using from the guitar to the Helix. So I'm going to try again later with just cables.
Yeah.
All right,
that shit out of your keyboard, dude. It
should be picking. It should not be picking this up. It sounds like it's on my
loud and clear.
You hear this?
Yeah.
You hear that? It sounds like it's picking up my Logitech, but in here it does say
your vocals are pristine. You're talking. It sounds great.
Well, I mean, I was listening on a playback with YouTube. It doesn't sound right to me. It doesn't sound right.
What's the Halo thing?
I'd say the purple light, the Mark. I mean,
cool.
Not as good as Larry's. Oh, that internet that's coming out in your area is supposed to come out in your area. It's called Star. Just lost it. It's called Starlink.
Starlink.
It's satellite. You can do a research on it. It's satellite. So no towers.
Sounds like something out of Terminator.
Because it's in parts of Delaware, but not in your area yet.
Not yet.
No, I mean we were doing research.
I think it's a political thing. I think a lot of politicians got rich from media. It's called MediaCom.
I'm surprised you don't
have
Comcast.
And I don't think it's like Bios with Verizon, but it's underground cables. It's not, there's nothing coming out of the house to a pole in the street. You know what I mean? It's underground.
Mine's underground.
So I don't know. It's interesting. But hey, look, I'm streaming, so we
it looks good. You're fine right now.
We were having problems. 2 weeks ago when we did it, right? We tried.
Right.
And Quentin came in.
Right.
Quentin for the save.
So you're doing everything through like your Helix, through headsets. You're doing.
Yeah. Well, I was telling Larry because I have since I've had we've had our Helix 3 years, Mitch.
Something, yeah, I think so. Something
Okay.
like that, yeah.
I have never just plugged the guitar into the Helix and my headphones into the Helix and listened to it. And I did that.
That's how I do mine all the time, really.
Well, oh
Yeah.
my God, it's heaven. It sounds so good compared to when I play into the Helix, the dual outs, stereo into my PA mixer. It sounds good. It doesn't sound bad, but it doesn't sound anywhere near as good as directly out of the Helix, because the Helix has an interface built into it. So I guess. Oh, and so trying to anyway, it just seems like the guys that do the videos, they give the free presets, like Johnny Lee, or who's that other guy that I don't mess with anymore. Real good. From England.
Jason Sudeikis or something?
No.
Oh,
No.
no.
I don't want to talk about it. The guy from England. He's real good.
Johnny James.
Lee,
Johnny.
no.
I know who you're talking. I can't remember.
I can't think of his name, but anyway, when they do anything, it just sounds perfect. It sounds the way it sounds when I hit my headphones through the Helix. When they, so my interface doesn't work. The Zoom interface, it won't recognize devices. So the computer the Reaper recognizes the U44. What the hell is that thing?
The Zoom.
Yeah, it's this thing. Reaper recognizes this, but when I plug in the two cables from the guitar into it, and then I'm in Reaper, it doesn't, nothing goes through. But if I do like the Helix without the interface, USB from the Helix into
that works, yeah.
Then it works fine. I can, so I can, but I like, I want to be able to use my Trio Plus, so I have bass and drums.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask you, did you have any success with that? To hook it up to the computer?
No, because this Reaper won't recognize any of the devices. It recognizes.
Well, it's that. It's not recognizing. It's not picking. Well, it's picking up the Zoom, right? It's picking up. It sees the Zoom.
Well, it says the Osseo thing in Reaper. That it says U44.
Yes, that. Yeah, so it's that. That's not.
But the two blocks for the devices, input 1 and input 2 or whatever, it's just blank. You open it up and nothing comes down to you got to watch.
Maybe we could do I can do a
team viewer
thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at it.
All right. Well, enough of my baloney.
Yeah.
So, what's the NAM flu?
I don't know.
Picks and paints. Did Dave have?
I think he's under the weather. He was the other day. Well, I was sick a month ago. I was really sick enough where I went to the doctors, and but even before I went to doctors, Margaret tested me 3 different times in a week for COVID. So I was negative with no fever, but it just started out with a sore throat, then the sinus and coughing, and
you probably just got. I mean, there still are flus and colds out there, I guess.
Yeah, I went there and they gave me
anybody.
They knocked it out really quick after that.
Anybody in your family had COVID, Larry?
No, not that I know. Right? No, I always tested negative, but I kind of think I probably have had it,
Oh, so you never were positive.
I still got a cough that I've been having for like 2 or 3 months, man. And like at night, my lungs just seem like they fill up and I'm wheezing.
Lay off those cigarettes, dude. Lay off those cigarettes.
I don't.
Oh, and that's another thing a lot of you will appreciate. We are in a smoke-free environment here in Dagsboro, Delaware. We smoke outside. No, we smoke outside. Gotcha. No smoking in the house.
But speaking of COVID, I know my sister had it. She lives with my niece. The whole family had it, and she had.
Were you around them?
No, I was not around them. So, no. And then when I'm sick, like we were supposed to get together when I was sick, so we canceled that because we're all old. And then I got my sister's 11 years older than me. My brother's So we just rescheduled. We were supposed to get together.
I'm not going to mention any names, but I find this incredible. So a friend of mine, his vaccinated, his wife's vaccinated, but one was Moderna, one was Pfizer. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
His wife had the Pfizer vaccination. She got COVID, and not a real bad case. She didn't feel great. She didn't lose her smell or taste too much or anything. I don't think it wasn't severe at all, but she didn't feel good. Okay. He never called her from her.
Yeah, it happens. Sometimes it does happen.
Crazy?
It is.
Nuts? You're living with them. You breathe. I mean,
it's your immune system. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think they have any clue what works and what.
Well, if you don't have any underlying, if you're not overweight, I was 4 months ago. I'm not now.
You're still trim, dude. You're doing
I
good.
lost like 55 pounds, 54,
Nice.
55 pounds. Like
Yeah.
And you're keeping it off. You've gone pretty long. About 2 months now. Right? Or 3 months.
Well, I started 4 months ago.
4 months ago. Well,
Like today the third, or tomorrow or the next day. It's like 4 months ago.
Cool.
Hey, I went to the doctor's today, right? And he's like, gave me, how did you do it? I'm like, and I said, I've been doing it all my life. I just never can keep it off. But this time I am. And because I've been going, a good friend of mine, we just diagnosed with prostate cancer. So I'm having, I have some issues too, but from my tests, I'm like way nowhere near. I just was tested in your PSA test back in September. And I think 4 is bad, it's 4 and up. And I'm like point something. And I'm no near, but I'm still like paranoid. And then I have, I'm due for a colonoscopy. Yeah, that's what everybody wants to hear. Anyway, so I'm using new doctor.
Let me tell you, you gotta have positive thoughts. Think positively. Yeah. If you're spiritual, pray. If you're not, just have positive thought. Positive thinking, I think, is very important with health.
Exactly.
So, all right, I'm trying to. By the way, Blackjack Guitar is in the. No longer a nut is in these streams. A Blackjack Guitar. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it stands for, right? Yeah, Blackjack Guitar.
Yeah.
Brian? What is? You have to get on the airborne stuff earlier next time. What is airborne stuff?
I look at the last thing Brian put, which is this. I'm going to put this. Yeah, I had it too many times, but I'm due.
You haven't lived until you've had it at TV camera up your butt. Oh.
The colonoscopy.
I'm sorry of it.
You never had one, have you?
Nope. And
50 years they recommend it.
Yeah.
My mother died from it. So
guys, they've been telling me that since I was 40. Of course, the last time I went to a doctor that really showed any interest in it was probably about 15, 16 years ago. I went to I figured once I qualified for Medicare, I should get a doctor. So I had gotten my vaccination, the COVID vaccine through MedStar.
I was not on the Scarlet. I am now.
Yeah, your voice changed.
Yeah, it changed big time.
I was on the Logitech stupid camera.
Oh.
Does it sound good now? Sound better?
No, I thought it sounded better on the other one.
Oh, I have it. I can turn it up. I had it set low. Let me.
Okay.
Well, you guys in the chat room, how's it sound to you guys?
I almost thought I heard it cut out, but maybe not.
All right, I had it low in here. I mean, it should be
fine now.
Should be good right there.
Yeah.
Tim Thomas is in the house. New name to me. Hey, Tim.
Yeah, he's been coming around. Tim, how you doing, Tim? Yep. Yeah.
So
very good.
But anyway, so I thought MedStar. That's I'll go get a doctor. There was a doctor right up the street from where we lived in Catonsville, and I go there, and the guy goes, "I don't know why they schedule with me. I'm leaving MedStar." So I still don't have. Of course, now I've moved to Delaware, so I got to find a doctor.
You got to find all new doctors.
And they always say, "Well, you should have that done." And I say, "I ain't having that done."
All right, so I've been up here 2.5 years, right? And so when I was working, I was still seeing my Maryland doctors, right?
Right.
But now I'm retired. It doesn't make sense. So I'm switching all doctors the last 3 years since I've been up here, right? Now I had to find a GI doctor, and So that's what I'm doing in a process. They're supposed to call me my this guy I'm seeing now. I've been seeing him for a couple of years. Young guy, really good guy. But now my mother died of colon cancer, so now I'm at risk.
Yeah,
so I'm supposed to go every 2. I was going every 2 years, like when I was after 50. But the last time they say come back in 5 years. So and then the last time they found 3 polyps. So I need to.
It's probably a good idea to get all that monitored because you got to.
You don't feel no. You're sleeping. Well, hopefully you're sleeping. I mean, some people wake up during it. I never have, thank God. Anyway, but so you did. I think you did do one video since you've been there, right?
Yeah, and that worked out all right, but it was a little noisy. But I didn't use the wireless remote, so there was noise, but it wasn't near as bad.
Okay.
I mean, the guitar and the backing track sounded fine, but there was this steady hum through it. It was, I just deleted it.
It was probably that wireless.
That's what I'm thinking. So,
we could clamp it down with a gate though, and it won't affect your tone. It's easy in the Helix. Yeah, like I don't have any grounds in my house at all. Nothing's grounded, and I was getting that sometimes too. But yeah, you put a gate on there. I'll show you that too.
Well, I gated the 2 lead patches I was using. You can do that on the first on the left side, the first thing before the whatever the patches each.
Okay. Do you use the Helix Edit, or do you just?
Oh yeah. Well, I can do. I use both.
Okay. All right. Cool.
For what I did when I did that, I just did it on the Helix itself because that's easy. It's just a couple knobs you got to turn.
Right.
See, I'm better. I know add it. I don't know I got to look up something when I actually do it on the unit.
I use the Edit.
Well, it's easier on the Edit. I agree, but then I got to get the USB cable out and hook it up to the computer. Turn the computer.
Right.
I'm just bending over but there's just the one knob you just keep turning and the hum goes away.
What was the name of those monitors again? You got the new ones.
Here, I'll tell you a second. Hold on a second. Let me go to my inbox.
Hey, Mike's in here too from Rhodey's Jam Cave.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Rhodey. Yeah. I like watching those guys jam. It looks like they have a lot of fun in the basement, man. Hold on here. Sent.
Oh man,
Rockville. It was Rockville.
Okay.
Rockville Audio, and I mean it was a good deal. It was $250 for 2 10-inch cabinets. We're streaming. I'm back in StreamYard. Okay, 2 10-inch cabinets. No, they're not powered. I got a power mixer. I got a PA, the Behringer.
Oh, okay. Well, I got a mixer, but it's not powered, so I have to buy powered speakers.
No, I've got a PA that I could have a band. It's got 8 inputs.
Okay. Yeah.
And I had the 15-inch cabinet, but if I had those 15-inch cabinets in here, it's pretty small. This room is pretty small.
And you gave them to Jesse or something, I think.
I sold them to Jesse.
Right.
Yeah. Because so it was just the whole thing was a fiasco. They sent me cables. You need 2 speak-on cable from the cabinet out of the into the cabinet, and a speaking cable on the other end. They sent me speak-on one end, 1/4 inch on the other. Well, a PA system that uses a 1/4 inch out is not much of a PA system in my opinion. And I don't know anything about PA systems, but so I spent another $30 and got the right cable. It still didn't work. I turned one of the other cables. I snipped it and made it speak on both ends, and nothing, no sound at all. And I know this. If the headphone thing out, or if I can listen to the sound coming out of the mixer from the headphone jacks, I'm sure there's nothing wrong with the. But I can't troubleshoot it because I don't have any cabinets at work because I don't have the cabinets anymore. I sold them. Right. I didn't want to move it. Plus, they were big. I didn't want to get them moved and get them banged around in the truck.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll probably go back and just get some PV 10-inch because the PV worked fine. PV works fine with the Behringer. I have a Behringer PA mixer, so I'll eventually get there. But right now I'm Mr. Headphones and don't like it, but that's what I got and that's what I'll work with.
Yeah.
So you guys haven't put out any content lately?
I haven't done anything. I haven't put any music. Well, I did the
You were doing a couple of them, and then you stopped when you got that red whatever your
yeah, I did this.
your
I
budget
did.
Strat, which sounds great, by the way.
Yeah, I did.
Good.
Old Lang Syne one time
Right.
with the cheap guitar and once with the SG. That's the last time I put
But
anything.
didn't you do like a review on it and jam a little bit with the
Yeah,
red one?
yeah.
It sounded good, dude.
But I haven't done anything really since. I need to.
You're a good guitar player. You should put more content out. And Larry, what are you doing?
Man, I've been recording a lot of stuff lately, so you'll see
Well,
some stuff.
Let's get it on the YouTuber
channel,
the YouTube channel, Lars Guitars.
I will.
Come on.
I will. Yeah.
So are we chasing people out? We were at 13.
No, we're at 19.
Holy
19.
moly. God bless all you. God bless all you people.
Yeah, they want to see where's Don been. Yeah, so I said, well, once his internet is established, we'll be back on.
Well, knock one.
Yeah, it is good. Everything's good.
Wood. Everything's been working. The cable's been working, and like sometimes it's funny, so you get the router, that everything works off of the internet. And it's a short tower. It's about, it's about this size. It's about the size of this. So it's like this. And it's got lights, blue lights. Okay. So it's got about 5 or 6 blue lights at the top. And then at the bottom, it's got 2 lights. And they kind of like alternate, blink, alternate. Okay. When that's happening, everything's good. And I've got it in sight now, so I can see it from where my computer is out in the living room. But once these lights up top start flashing up and down, going, that's when you know it. So all you got to do, and I was actually impressed when the phone, one time the guy walked us through it over the phone. Okay. The second time we had a problem, the robot, you know how when you talk on the phone, press 3 to do this, or, and, say yes or no, or press 2 on your phone. Anyway, the robot got us through it. So basically all you got to do now is when these lights are dancing around and you have no internet connection, you just unplug it for 30 seconds, plug it back in, wait about a minute or two. Voila, you got internet.
I have Comcast, and I always used to use my own equipment. They work good for a couple of years, but then I did constantly have to reboot. And ever since I've been using everything, I never have to reboot anything. No, I just work, knock on wood. Right. And it's a big round. It's not a big round thing, it's all one. But then I have it hooked up to like an 8-port hub.
Right. Well, on the East Coast of the Mid-Atlantic, I mean, Comcast and Verizon, I think, are pretty reliable.
I'm surprised you don't have them out there. You don't have that choice. That's a shame.
It's. I think again. I think it's a monopoly. How can you have a monopoly? I thought that shit was illegal.
You're right. Yeah.
Well, trust me. There's a lot of people getting rich.
Yeah, except for us.
They all are. Yeah, except us. You need to be a politician. Larry, where are you at? What state are you in again?
Nebraska.
Yeah, that's right. The corn. We talked.
Right in the middle.
I forget shit 15 minutes after I'm told.
Right. I got cows.
Drives my wife nuts.
So, I am too. I do too.
Do you have choices, or are you on the dish, or are you?
We got fiber, so that was really we got cable. Yeah, but when we went to fiber, it's like 500 gigs up and 500 down, or
that's
megabytes.
Good.
Yeah,
I'm on. It's fiber too, and for on Comcast, but I get it like I'm a gigabyte down, but only like 40 megabytes up, which is fine. It's great. It's good enough.
What was when you looked at mine, Mitch? What am I like 300?
I don't even remember. I can't. Oh, the new one you got. Yeah. It was good. You got the second tier.
We got the middle package. We didn't
it's good. Well, like it's really good right now. Or fine right now.
Yeah, it looks good.
And I'm hardwired. If you have a choice to do hardwire, don't use wireless. I know you don't have a choice, but I do. Everything's in here. The modem's right here, so I can use hard.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Because number one, it's safer. It's safer.
Yeah.
More than anything.
But wireless, you'll drop your speed, and the farther you are, you'll drop more. And
Does Margaret do internet?
Yeah, on her phone and tablet. Yeah.
Do you have a second router out in the living room, or just the one?
No, everything picks. I can go outside. It's that powerful. I can pick it up. I can go outside in my driveway and pick it up.
Yep. That's cool.
Yeah, it's. I'm really, knock on wood, I'm satisfied.
Yeah, I want to experiment because right here, let's see. Can you see? Yeah, right there.
Mm-hmm.
That shade, that is actually a door to the backyard.
Oh,
so
okay.
This summer, I want to spring when it warms up. I want to experiment to see if I can
do that.
If I can, like, move this around so I can sit outside and blow some nicotine while I'm doing the stream. You know what I mean? So,
now you have, when you hook your phone up at home to your Wi-Fi.
I don't do anything. It's set to Wi-Fi. The phone on the setting is to Wi-Fi, but I just hit Google or the little Chrome icon on my phone.
And yeah, you can set it to your own Wi-Fi, so at home, because it's, so you don't have to unless you don't have.
Yeah. Well, we have unlimited. I'll tell you what.
Unless you have unlimited.
We were with Verizon. Me and Janet have been with Verizon since the beginning of time.
Right.
Okay. And like we want to get a yeah, I got you. We want to get
it pops up all the time.
Before we bought this place, we had gone to Verizon because they had a special, get new phones and all that. Well, we go into the store and it's like, oh no, you got to do that through the internet. It's like, what are you talking about? We're here. We've been with you guys for like a million years. Right. Give us new phones. Oh no, that's an internet deal. We can't do that here. That's only through the internet. It's like, I said, I knew we were done. So we time flies by. Christmas came and went. We bought this. We had already bought this place and finally got in. So all the people, the neighbors right and left, both have Verizon, and they've got to get, because the reception's so shitty here where we're at with the phones. They got to get these some kind of device from Verizon for free to put in your house, and now you get a little better phone reception. Right? Okay. And I said, I ain't doing that. And we knew we needed new phones. So I was riding my e-bike around the neighborhood one day when it was warm. This is back in early middle January, and this one guy I was talking to, he had a T-Mobile. He says, I don't have any problems at all. So T-Mobile had a promotion. My brother-in-law before Christmas had just got, they give you a free phone and it's real cheap per month, unlimited this and that. So we went to T-Mobile and sure enough, we got free phones. I mean, these are good. This is a good phone. It's a Droid. I don't know. It's got it's got the fancy camera, the three things. It takes great pictures. Yeah. We got the same phone.
I got the SE21 FEG.
And it's cheaper per month. And we have unlimited text and data and whatever else you need. Minutes, it's. So,
but what you were saying, I can go to the Boost store. They'll have sales online, but they won't give it to me at the store. I have to get I have to get it. So I got it online, but it was hell. It was this phone. All the other ones I bought from it before, I used a new SIM card. Well, it wouldn't work with the new SIM. I had to put the old one for the old phone, which is working fine, except for since I updated the Android OS the other day, I get that message, and they can't. I was on the phone, like I said, 2 hours yesterday for them, and I'm not going to root the phone to solve that problem. I found one, and that's like putting a different OS, Android OS on them. I mean, I have to get all these development stuff, and I'll just X out of it when it.
We were in the store for 2 hours getting switched over.
Yeah,
Oh my God, what an ordeal!
I believe it.
Listen to this. And I mean, there's only two salespeople there or whatever. Okay, and we were there. We were in line. We got there early before they opened up, and one lady beat us. So this one lady and us were for 2 hours. For an hour and a half, two people waited for us. And one guy was actually waited 2 hours before he got to talk to somebody. So we get out of there, and this girl, I call her Ditzy Dorothy. She's very knowledgeable and smart, probably too smart. But as we leave, we're going to have lunch, and I pull into the parking lot. I just wanted to try something, and our phones aren't working. It's like you got to log in to make a phone call. Like, what do you mean you got to log in to make a phone call? I go right back, and luckily, the time we messed around with the phones, figuring it wasn't us, and we went back. Somebody just finished, and they took. Otherwise, we would have had to wait an hour. She put my SIM card in Janet's phone, and Janet's SIM card in my phone.
Yeah.
Wow.
You imagine if we drove all the way home. The place is about a half hour from our house. We get all the way home. We got no phones.
Yeah.
But luckily, we did it. Right across the street in the parking lot. So.
Any new gear besides speakers?
No, that I'm sending back. No, not yet.
I'm constantly
I'll get something this spring or summer.
I'm constantly looking at new stuff, but cheap stuff. I'm not buying. I can't. Mark says I can't get anything unless I sell anything. I can't use any.
Well, I think you should sell one of the guitars you don't play and get one of these $250 hollow body.
I was looking at them, but I don't know.
You see them? They keep popping up. They're like,
I know. I mean, for me too. But there's this. Donner has this metal guitar. It's the DMT 400, I think it is. Walmart had it the cheapest. It was like $169, right? And it's a hardtail and 24 fret. It looks pretty good and really good reviews. Because I like a lot of the music in metal. I don't care for the singing, but a lot of the music I like. Some of the singing's good, but I can't. I don't know. Because I got this Boss Katana. I hooked it up the other day. Got it.
Oh yeah,
I got it right below me, so I could actually hook it on, and work. I had this line out. It worked really good. But
2 years since you used that thing?
Yeah, I don't think I used it here just to check it and make sure everything worked. And then
I don't think you've used it.
I haven't used the Helix in a while. I've been doing all these VSTs, bias effects mainly, and I have THU on the PC, THU and bias effects. I've been kind of using. I've been wanting to learn Logic, stay with Logic. So I've been ignoring the PC for the most part last month or so, or month and a half. I go back and forth for a couple months.
Is that a
it's like Reaper, but it's an Apple product. Yeah, it only works on Apple.
Man,
and then Apple has Final Cut Pro, the video editor, which I'm starting to get comfortable with.
Larry, are you Apple? Are you an Apple guy?
Yeah, I'm all in.
How do you think I learned how to do all this?
Darth Vader MF.
Yeah. Dark side.
Yeah, it's just
James Miscellaneous has joined us, and here highlight that. That's might be interesting.
Look what Brian said too.
How
long is it going to take
at one job? What does rooted mean?
It's what I was just saying. You could put like a different ROM on. Let's say I used to do it all the time. When I started getting early Androids, it makes it like a clean install of a ROM, but you don't have all like bloatware that some of these other manufacturers might put on, and it would work good for a while. But just the phones are so much better. I don't mess with it today. And now, Brian, how long is it going to take to get that Badlands guitar? I don't know. You heard about that, Don, haven't you? No. You know who the Tone King is, right?
I know. I haven't watched Tone King.
Philip McKnight. They started a company. They started their own company. They're making guitars, having guitars made. Brian bought one. Brian Stewart bought one.
Cool. Does he have it?
I'm asking how long it's going to take.
Looks like 90 to 120 days.
90 to 120 days. What's going on, Dave? You all right? Oh, geez. Well, I hope it's a good major change.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, they sold out in a day or something, Brian. I mean, they had a certain amount they were going to sell, and they sold it out really quick. And they call it like an 80 styles guitar, shred guitar, I guess. It's got good specs. And it's made in California, right? I think it's made in California. So yeah. But I'm curious what kind of money it's Tone King, Philip McKnight, and two other guys. I wonder what kind of money they have.
They're being Korean or something, Korea or Indonesia or whatever.
No, they're American made.
They're American made.
Yeah.
Really?
Some of the parts might come. Some of the parts may come.
Well,
I don't know. But
electronics are probably from China.
They're supposed to be custom.
Yeah, they're all made here. Yeah.
Custom made pickups too here.
Well, that's impressive. That's impressive.
Right. Apple is Satan. Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah,
but I get stuck on because I'm cussing it. Even mine had it for a year, but me, I like digging into things, figuring out. even if I have problems, I got to figure out how to solve it. And believe me, there were plenty of problems on this.
Man, I don't have any problems. Never have.
Well, you don't do it. You're not doing some of the stuff I'm trying to do.
I got Apple, everything. Apple TV.
What was last time? How long
have
you been doing Apple? I mean, with the PC, with the desktop?
Since 2008.
Oh, so you've been doing it for a while.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I built Windows and all that shit too, man. I built computers. Me and Mitch have talked about it, and then my wife bought an Apple like in 2008, and I plugged my Line 6 pedal into it and started recording in GarageBand, and I was sold.
Oh, you see, you do GarageBand, yeah.
Well, no, I'm in Logic now. I went ahead and moved up to Logic. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Logic is like GarageBand on stereos because a lot of it's the same. Some of it's the same, but it's got way more stuff you can do that. But they're expensive.
You can do your bass. You can add drums and bass. It's got drums and bass built into it already.
I got Easy Drummer is what I'm using.
Oh, Easy Drummer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's Quentin James. Quentin, did you do anything with that video? I mean, I don't know if you tried. I sent them a video. Supposedly you can use bias effects without a DAW if you have just like a plain mixer. So I did a little video, a minute long, on showing them how to. I sent it to him, but I don't know if he got anywhere with it. Anyway, but
hey, I got something interesting, guitar related. So years ago, before I really could play, I mean, I could play, but I didn't think I was near as good as I am now. Not that I'm that great or anything, but I was like, this is before pre-internet, back in the late 80s, early 90s, and I subscribed to a Guitar Player magazine. And I kept them all. I had probably had 3-4 years worth of Guitar Player magazines, all in boxes. Most of them got put out in the garage, so they got all shitty, spiderweb dust and moisture and all that. But I had one box that was somehow in my closet of the old house. So I've got these Guitar Player magazines from like late 89 and 91. There's one box. There's probably about 30 of them. So I've been reading these interviews, like with Eddie Van Halen, right around 89, 91 when his guitar came out, and he's talking about it. Is so cool. And then it's fun just looking at the advertisements from for the technology, it blows you away how far things have gone.
Oh yeah,
compared to what it was back then. But reading and there was a great interview where I just read one from I think 91. Who's the guy in ZZ Top? The beard.
Billy Gibbons.
Billy Gibbons interviewed B.B. King with one of the editors of Guitar Player, two of them, but Billy Gibbons did most of the questioning, and these guys were taught. And it's so funny. And what's great is you take the magazine to your computer and go to YouTube, and they're talking about an album, like Van Halen's talking about an album, because I was never a big Van Halen fan. I mean, the guy would play incredible guitar player, but the songs, some of them were good, the ones you hear on the radio. A lot of them I've never heard. And he's talking about them. I have no idea what he's talking about. So I go on YouTube and I pull up that song, and now I'm listening to what he's talking. It's really cool.
Fruitcake Tony, he used to have Steve Rosen used to be on a show. He was I believe he was one of the writers for Guitar Player in different magazines. So he's got a bunch of interviews on audio too with Eddie Van Halen and stuff like that. I think he's going to be on. Johnny Bean. I think it's Johnny Bean show. I forget. Sometime soon. Steve. He's an elderly gentleman, but yeah, he interviewed a lot of people and a lot of famous guitar players. But he used to be a regular on Fruitcake Tony's show.
Right. But it's funny, they had the Guitar Player had a cool thing. It was like on the rise, and they'd have like people would send in demos of their music. So I guess back in those days, in the 80s and 90s, people would have like 4-track or 8-track recorders. Okay. And they would send tapes in. And then if they get picked, they'd show a picture of them. And one guy was from Elkton, Maryland, Mitch. From this is like 91. Never heard of the guy. I got to take that one out to my computer, and
because I didn't subscribe, but I bought a few of their magazines, mainly for maybe tabs or something. But I never did anything because you start playing these tabs, you're playing it slow and it sounds like crap. Oh, what am I doing wrong? But I'm not a fast player, so it's gonna.
Those old magazines used to have the plastic record in there. You ripped out.
Right.
Yeah.
But that was it's fun and just being able to read like Van Halen's take on this one song. I didn't even know. I forgot he played piano on the one, and I was watching. It's like, yeah, he can play the piano.
Oh, but speaking of piano, I hooked this up for the first time on my Mac.
Oh.
And it worked right away, but you can have it set up. See, I got these controls here where you can set it up you can set up the record stop in Logic. I couldn't get that working. It took me forever to get that part working. And it was
Make it sound like a trumpet or a saxophone or a flute or whatever.
Well, I do that with software, but that lets me. I can stop it and record. Control instead of my keyboard. I can do it.
Oh,
and I couldn't get that part
to assign functions to a particular.
Well,
key.
it just fast forward, play, stop, and record. I couldn't get it to do that, and I installed the software, but I was doing something wrong, and you just had to go through a ton of stuff to figure out what I was doing wrong. I finally got it. So that works good too. But I did it once. I just wanted to practice using it, and I haven't done anything back. I downloaded this file, start following this keyboard player. He gives good instructions, but I'll get what's in.
Rick Hepner says Steve got real upset. Who's Steve Rosen?
Yeah, that's who he's talking.
When I said I wasn't a huge fan of Eddie, he got so mad he stopped doing Tony's shows.
Yeah, well, you're kind of partially right, but I don't think you're the one that was to blame for it, Rick. No way, you're not to blame for it. I know the reason why he stopped, but anyway, you probably do too, Larry.
Anyway. Drama of YouTube.
There's drama everywhere. You just can't escape it. There's drama between me and my wife sometimes. And you don't have that. You don't have that this time. Oh, God, I mean, if anybody, it's married.
I mean, you guys were talking about McKnight and Tone King, and Tone King, he's a cool dude, but
he is. I like both of them guys. I don't watch them a lot,
but McKnight, I can't remember. This is about 4 or 5 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago. I don't know. I commented on a video, and I didn't say anything. I wasn't trolling. I thought I had a legitimate point, and somebody, apparently McKnight has. I'm guessing because it said Phil McKnight replied to my comment, right? Mm-hmm. You know how it on a YouTube video when you in the comment section of a video, right? And I can't remember. I have no idea what it was, but somebody says I'll be sure to tell Phil something or other. So I said, you know what? Phil's not even commenting. He has somebody else commenting for him on his video. So that now you're not legitimate to me. And look, McKnight's a nice guy, very knowledgeable and all. But when something happens like that, it's like, all right, see you later. I deleted my comment and I just go away.
He's got he might have 300, 400, 500 people in there. He said he's that big now. A whole bunch. I don't know how you can't keep track of it.
I don't know how many years I've had my channel, but I think I've only had 3 issues with people. And, and I just, what I do is if it's somebody says something stupid, I just go back and when I see it, I don't block them. I just eliminate all their comments from other videos if I can remember. I get tired.
Yeah, same here.
But I don't have as many videos up. And I stopped following them, and
anyway. And then here, I mean, look, it's good tonight. I haven't seen any trolls in here, that I can tell. I mean, but we got David. He can knock them out. Who else is mod in here? I don't know. I don't think I have too many.
I got a thing from YouTube telling me I was a moderator when I checked to see if you had put up a commercial for the show. And yeah, I'm a moderator, and it's like, as
I think
a moderator,
I think you're a one. Type something in there. I think you're
yeah,
a
I'm a
moderator.
moderator. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a moderator.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
I'm in
kick
blue.
people.
I can see it.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I did it once back when we were doing the show regular. I caught somebody with something stupid, and I somehow figured out how to do it. This is Bob in Jamaica calling. We have 27 billion in escrow.
I get all that time. I get that stuff all the time. Or I
don't get many, but I get some.
I get some like
check my
I get
spam.
phone calls. They wanted me verify my Amazon purchase. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Or you're billing. You're paying one through. Open this attachment.
What's good about Comcast? See, I have a landline because we got a landline because our cell phone reception was so bad, right? I mean, I had the landline for years. Right. Anyway, so I get these calls. It'll pop up on my TV who it's from, and it'll say spam. Right, right, so I really, knock on wood, I'm.
Well, T-Mobile has something because my wife used to get 4, 5, 6, 20 a day when we were with Verizon, but I forget what it's called. But T-Mobile has something you put on there, and it really eliminates 90% of maybe 95 or 98% of the spam calls so far. Now we haven't had them more than a month. So that's what happened to all my comments in your videos, Don.
Oh, have you talked to him lately? You know what he got? He got a Friedman. No. He got a Friedman.
A Friedman.
An amp. Yep.
No, he I think he emailed me or texted me how I was doing, and I think I answered your text. Let me tell you something. Our heads have been spinning, but I am so sick of boxes. My garage, there must be over 200 folded up boxes in our garage.
So you say you still didn't finish unpacking everything yet?
No. I'd say we're 90 to 95% unpacked. But we got photo albums. Don got a KYG SmackDown. Yeah, okay. There you go. But we're getting there. I've got for $60. I got this nice wood. Holds I think 5 or 6 guitar stand coming from Amazon. If I can get my wife to ever order it.
Right.
Oh, hey, I'll tell you something that's cool about Delaware. So Delaware doesn't have any sales tax when you buy stuff like clothes and guitars. And we bought a new TV for the living room, a bigger one. But we bought it in Maryland, in Salisbury. We had, because that's where the Best Buys is in Salisbury. There's no Best Buys anywhere close Dover, but that's, we didn't want to go to Dover, about an hour away. So because we're having it delivered, we didn't have to pay sales tax because we live in Delaware. How cool is that?
That's good.
Of course, the TVs. How can TVs be $300 and $400? I remember spending $2,000 on a Sony.
I know. My first HD TV, it was $1,300, $1,400.
Some crazy Bravio or something like that.
That's what I have. That's I'll never
get.
What was
before Bravio? What was before Bravio?
I have a 32 inch.
We spent $1,900. We thought we were like the cats. Man, we spent $2,000. It was our first high definition TV.
How you doing, Jesse? Jesse's in the chat.
Oh, there's Jesse. What's happening? Jesse's Guitars. I meant to text you and tell you we were doing this. I forgot to.
Don wants his monitors, but now
Jesse, I'm sending the what I can't even remember the name of the brand already. Rockville. I'm sending them back. I got the right cable in the man. Nothing happens. Nothing works. Nothing comes out of them. And I think if the headphone out thing is working for the PA system, then I don't know. But I got no way of troubleshooting.
I think if you had a Mac, it would work. No, I'm not kidding.
Have I found any classified documents?
Oh my God, that's.
Jesse, no worries, Jesse. It's no big. It was a good try. I mean, I'm sure I'm doing something wrong, but it's pretty idiot proof what I have to do. You plug one into the back of the mixer. Maybe it is the mixer. Who knows? Maybe I should take a mixer. There's a guitar store, a music store there in Salisbury. So we might head back out there to go to Macy's. They have a Macy's there.
We have 21 people in here. That's great.
That's cool.
That's really good.
That's bad. That's getting into record land back in the old days, Mitch. It's got to be Larry. Lars Guitars. See, you bring in Lars Guitars and the whole world comes and watches.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So have we monitored? Did anybody else get anything new? So we know Brian.
Dave got a quad Cortex.
And he got a
quad. That's like a Helix or a.
Well, he got a Friedman amp too, I think.
You got a Freeman amp? Did you get a custom Les Paul? Was it a custom Les Paul?
Yeah, he's getting all kinds of shit. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Isn't quad Cortex like a Helix?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Why? He got a Helix.
He has a Helix, the quad Cortex. And
unbelievable. God bless you, Dave. Of course, he's a computer guy. He does,
Yeah, he does.
You know,
he does.
It's easy to figure him out. For somebody,
he always had good sound. Well, he does like you did, Larry. On his Helix, he
always
was going
excellent sound.
He was going into his mixer.
Right, I did that for a while.
I just never. Well, he's got a different mixer than I have. I had that Mackie Pro. That's the only thing. But his always sounded great. Always sounded good.
Dave
I think he had a Yamaha. You got a Yamaha, I believe, and maybe that was it. I'm going into my Mackie. I'm going into the Focusrite. Not too good, but I did go. I have a line out that I can go from my Boss Katana with a 1/4 inch, and it worked good. I put it up on here in my Focusrite on the Mac a couple of weeks ago. It did work good because I was thinking about selling it, but then you turn it on, you start playing. Hey man, that sounds pretty good, and I don't want to have that seller's remorse, but I need to get rid of it. Yeah, the MG
sold the V and
got rid of the 70s V, huh? I still got mine.
Dave is talking to another Dave. Dave bought out the local. Oh, I see. Dave, he's talking in first person. Okay. Wow.
There we go.
Geez, Dave. Well, you still got the SG. You got Les Paul. He's got a lot of good. You had a fine assortment. It's been so long since I've watched him do a video.
He's had a very good.
Had a busy life. He's had a busy life. He's young.
A great collection. Dave, remember a couple of years ago we were looking at the what was it, the BFG? What was that cheap? The cheap Les Paul, and it came with Seymour Duncan. You look at them now; they're selling for $1,200-$1,300 used. And I think brand new was like $700, $800 like 3 years ago. I almost got one. Oh my gosh! And they look like alligator skin. It's a Les Paul. I mean, it's a Gibson, but it came with Seymour Duncan. I played one at Guitar Center. It was set up, which is a rarity for them. Hanging on the wall. It was set up really great. And BFG, yeah, and look what they're selling, because I think they make so many and they don't make them for a while, they'll make them again. I don't know, but it was really unique looking, and it really played good.
It's funny. It seems like since more so since COVID, I guess all along, depending on what you have, the guitars almost are getting to be investments now.
Right. Did you sell it, Dave, or you still have it? I can't remember.
Sell a guitar, can't decide between the Telly or the Truman McMart Tribute.
By the way, I got to tell this.
Telly. Good.
I got to tell this to Brian. When you get your Badlands guitar, we all got bets in how long you keep it and sell it. No, I'm only kidding.
We're gonna do a poll.
Yeah, I'm joking.
Everybody kick in $25 and send it to me.
I would sell more stuff, but I hate dealing with people. I just hate dealing with selling with people like they don't want to give it. Well, that's all right. They have the right to do that. But when you tell them, meet you in a spot, how about meet me halfway? I'm not driving 20 miles to meet you to sell something. I say for local delivery, will you ship it to New York? Do you not read the article? I mean, I said no, for local pickup only. Yeah, okay. I thought you sold it. Yeah.
I'm not going to mention any names, but somebody I know bought.
But lately, I've been playing the white Mexican Strat actually.
Yeah, you said that the other day.
Yeah, because I was one of the reasons I like playing the cheap one is because it's so light. Because you lean. I don't play with it. Sitting down, I don't need a strap, and my right leg will fall asleep. But it's not as
Is
I have circulation
Strat
problems.
heavy? Is the Mexican
Not the
Strat
light,
heavy?
not the white one is, yeah, but not the cheap one. It's really light. But I have circulation problems anyway.
Larry, you got any strats?
I got any what?
Strats?
Oh yeah. You got some money.
Well, I knew it was going to be white if you had one.
Yeah. Which one is that? That's the
Eric Clapton.
The Eric Clapton one.
Yeah.
Now, did you just get that recently when everybody else was buying?
Not too long.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I've had it for about 6 months, probably something like that.
Did you get one and then Hack got one, or did Hack get one and then you got one?
Bobby got one first, and
Bobby got us. He got the
Everybody was buying white.
The player one, the Mexican, and Hack got one.
Hack got one. You got one. Larry got one.
He got rid of it. Well, he got. That's a real nice one. Larry got. But
Hack changes his lower end guitar,
Yeah, he recently bought a.
Got Jane's shirts.
Was it tribute? Is that what he got? A tribute, and he really likes it.
Yeah, a special tribute, right?
Yeah. He really likes it. I would actually when I went up, was it 4 years ago? I went up to Guitar Center to look at the tributes, the lower ones, and at Guitar Center in Towson, but every one that's hanging on the wall, they're not set up right. They have terrible. The strings are dead, and I happened to see that. The Epiphone I got happened to see that used, and it played better than any of the new ones.
I can't fathom why music stores would even consider putting guitars up.
You would think they would set it up before they hang it up.
Get them set up, put them up there, have somebody continuously pick them off the wall and play them and make sure. And if how hard is it to adjust? Even I could make adjustments, except for the truss rod, but I just don't get that. Hey, so I got a question, Brian. How long do you think Hack is going to keep the Charvel? I'm figuring.
This one he not. This is one he just praised. He praises it.
I guarantee you, by end of March, that'll be gone in 11. Whatever his lower end guitar is he buys for gigging.
I think that special tribute. I think the special tribute will go before the Charvel.
Yeah, me too. If any of them.
What, the Strat?
No, the
Les Paul special tribute.
Yeah, right. Okay. Right.
That's his lowest one, I guess, right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But he does like it. He talks good about it, and I know he loves the Charvel.
Now, does he still have his Firebird? Or he bought another.
Yeah,
Firebird.
I think he still has it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
But I guess that's too big to take out and gig.
He did sell one of his Les Pauls, didn't he? One of his better Les Pauls, I think. Not too long ago, I believe.
Snots?
Yeah. No, he won't let that one go. No. I think the next one he talked about getting rid of was the P90s. I don't.
Yeah, the P90s. I thought he got rid of that one. I thought he got rid of the P90s.
Maybe that's one of them.
Yeah, I forget.
Yeah.
But I think about getting rid of some. I don't do anything.
I got my Hack hat on tonight. Give him a plug. Was he on last night? I forgot to watch.
No,
he wasn't on last night.
He did a live stream. What was it, Saturday? I think.
Yes, late.
Because he started using the plugins.
Really good, man. It sounded.
Yeah, great. He started using bias effects. He got it all figured out and sounded really good.
Yeah, I think he sold the one.
Yeah, I think you're right. But yeah, he started messing around with these VSTs, and took him a long time to decide to do it, and he finally did it, and he really likes the bias effects.
Digital Devil.
Me and Rick Hefner did something. We were just jamming in. You see, we all hang around at Discord. You can do stuff in there, but sometimes there's sound issues. But we go to StreamYards, and we can stream our dolls as long as we're using this plugin that lets us do it. And me and Rick Hefner were playing in there the other day. It sounded good. When I was playing stuff, right, it sounded good. When I was playing with what he was playing, but it sounded good. We didn't post anything. I didn't post anything online, but It came out pretty good.
I haven't been checking the chat here. Quentin, you weren't in earlier. Still at 18. That's incredible. Nice save a couple weeks ago when I couldn't participate. So good for.
Oh yeah, he said. Yeah, I think we had about at least 18 that night too. Yeah, but we had 21 tonight at the highest I saw it.
I'm scrolling back on the this is bad. So Janice says her stove is broken. She might need a new one. So I don't know where up there in New England.
Connecticut? Is she in Connecticut?
I hope you're electric.
I think she's in Connecticut or
there's the Washington D.C. is at war against gas stoves.
Oh.
Are you effing kidding me? I mean, the government doesn't have more problems than worried about gas stoves. It's unbelievable. I mean, come on. I don't want to bring politics into it, but poor girl's going to need a stove. What if she's got gas stove? Is she going to be able to buy a new gas stove?
I have propane.
Hey, there's Brian Cody.
Brian, six-string Brian.
Brian. And no, six-string Brian. Don't even type it in there. I do not have an SG yet, but I do have a new house near I'm 8 miles from the beach, Brian. Moved in, and 90%. We'll say 93% unpacked. But get the garage organized.
How's your back?
You know what? It's amazing. My back is fine. We got a new bed. We got new beds.
Uh-huh.
New bed for the guest room and a king size bed for the. Of course, our dog is a little dog. You've seen Gypsy. I think I've had.
I've seen it
in videos or.
Is it a long-haired Dachshund or something like that?
No, she's a long-haired mutt. She's got Jack Russell Terrier, Chihuahua. Who knows what? She acts like a Chihuahua a lot, but she doesn't. Right. She's got scraggly hair, but she hogs the bed, man. It's like me and Janet each have a double bed, and she's got the rest of the bed.
That's how it goes.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I am streaming on my Mac Mini M1 from a year ago, and it's
you can see how dark it is in there. The whole thing. Mitch is completely gone to the dark side. I'm very upset about this. He's Mr. Apple now. Him and
look, I got some purple going on for the Ravens. But I need another light on this side for mine.
Who is it? Steve Jobs is Apple. Is that
he? Yep.
Yeah. So Mitch is texting.
He's dead now. But
he's dead.
He's been dead. Oh yeah.
Well, whoever's in charge of Apple,
Tim Cook. Look,
Tim
I
Cook.
know.
There you go.
I know.
Whatever. He's Mitch's best buddy now.
Steve Wozniak. You remember who didn't him and Steve Jobs? Did you see the movie? I forgot what the movie.
No, I don't watch any movie. We got Netflix for you. That's another thing. Another reason I'll do a commercial for T-Mobile. You get free Netflix. There's nothing on there to watch.
Evidently, I had it. Didn't know I had it from Comcast.
I watched that stupid Cobra Kai. Oh my God, that is like the worst acting. That Cobra Kai on Netflix makes soap operas like Academy Award.
Your Phil Bell
acting.
Don, read what Janice posted. You'll feel.
I saw that 23 years. Yeah, I know Janice, but we've got stuff that my poor wife. She's got dishes from her godfather, from her dishes from her mother. They've been in a box and they're still in a box.
Yeah.
Let's put them in a consignment shop. They're just in a box. They're up in the attic again.
And you won't be able to sell that stuff anymore either.
Nobody wants this shit. Nobody wants it.
I threw so much stuff away. We gave it to Goodwill when we moved. A ton of stuff.
All right, guys, I got to bail.
All right, let's call it night. We got an hour in, actually a little more than an hour, and we did well tonight.
This is perfect timing because Doc just came in. Hey, dog pile, woof.
Oh, dog pile.
Doc just shows up and we're shutting it down.
We got 19 people in there. We stayed steady the whole time, 18 or more, between 18 and 21 the whole time. Very good. And
Doc, I got to email you. We got to do a StreamYard thing just private. And Larry, I want to do that with you sometime.
He'll tell you how to hook it up to the PC. He'll know how to hook up to the PC, your trio and all that.
But you got timing. you got more than timing, dude. I hope your ears are okay. Let's see some content because you are a good guitar player, as many people are. But just about everybody is in the plays and is good. So I'm going to bow out. You guys want to stay on? Fine. I'm going to go. I'm being called. I'm being summoned.
I'm ready to go because.
So we'll see you. Let's do it again soon, guys. And I'll be emailing some of you guys. And
I got to tell you something.
Good luck with. Go ahead.
I want to tell you something real fast. Don't go when I'm going to go.
All
right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. We'll try to do another one soon. See you later, guys. Have a good rest of the week. Bye.
Thanks everybody for coming.